My channel. Before I even get into what this video is, I just wanted to give a huge thank you to all of my new subscribers for leaving likes and comments and just all the love and positive feedback. It's all I could ask for, and it's really encouraging me to keep doing this, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's get into it. Also, a quick little disclaimer, I have that window back there open, so if you hear any loud noises during this video, that's what it is. It's like 75 degrees in this room, and I am not shedding it, so yeah, let's get into the video. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a little spooky story time this week. Now personally, I believe in ghosts, I believe in the paranormal, I believe in demons, I believe in all that jazz, and I believe that I have had a lot of paranormal experiences. This isn't just something like I make up in my head and I say to get attention. Like, I have people that can vouch for me, I promise you. Like, I'm not making any of this up, but definitely one of the most recent paranormal experiences and one of the most, I guess, long-lasting, if that makes sense, paranormal experiences happened when I worked at a museum in my town. So basically, my hometown is very, very, very small. And there's not a lot of job options because a lot of older people get jobs that, like, teenagers should have. So when you get a job opportunity, you take it, because your girl needs money. So basically how I got this job at the museum is my high school counselor sent out a message to all the high schoolers telling us that this museum was looking for tour guides. And they were kind of looking for someone who could be there for over a few years. So like really like 9th graders, 10th graders, stuff like that, which was perfect for me because I was going into the 9th grade. So I went and applied for this job. Everything went well. Eventually I got hired. And my town's like really, really small. So we have like a bunch of like myths and stuff like that, and one of the little myths was that this museum was haunted. And there's a picture in one of the rooms that you take a tour through, and you can see like a soldier in the mirror. It's really, really weird, but like I honestly just thought it was fake. So one of the first things that was really, really weird when I started working there is in one of the rooms, there's a child's room inside of the master bedroom, and it's kind of tied off with like this velvet rope so that kids won't go in there and mess with like the creepy Annabelle dolls that they have in there, which is like another really weird thing about this house. There are dolls everywhere. There's children's dolls, like their kids like died in this house. It's just, I don't know why I worked there. But anyways, this rope was always supposed to be like connected to the other side of the doorway, and sometimes I would go in there and it would just be like hanging, like someone had walked into that room, and no one was supposed to walk into that room. Like, I never walked in there. And so I would ask my coworkers and they'd just be like, oh, it probably just fell. And I was like, well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, as time went on, this rope went from just hanging to being in other rooms. I would walk in and I would find it on the dining table, I would find it upstairs, and so I was just like, okay, my coworkers are 100% messing with me, and I'm just gonna ask them about it and be like, hey, why are you doing this? It's freaking me out, can you stop? So eventually, I did go and talk to my coworkers, and they were like, Sabrina, we're not messing with you, like, we're not doing this. Nobody touches the rope unless they're like cleaning out the room or something. And I was like, wait, so you're telling me that this rope is moving to the dining hall table, moving upstairs all by itself? And they were like, Sabrina, we're not messing with you. At this point, I just thought that they were still messing with me and they were just lying about it, so I just let it go and I was like, okay, whatever. So about 6 or 7 months passed by after that, and I just kind of like pushed it to the back of my mind, didn't think anything of it. And I'm just doing some like, you know, computer work, filing stuff, cataloging some books, and I'm going through the files, and there's this file on there that says ghost hunting session. Ghost hunting session. Now I'm sure you can believe that I was a little put off by the fact that no one had ever told me that freaking ghost hunters had come into the house, and they had recorded EVP sessions, they'd had people pushed in the walls, they'd had what felt like somebody was scratching one of the cameramen, and I read this all in the files. Nobody told me this, and I never brought it up to my boss because I didn't want them to think I was going through stuff I wasn't supposed to, but I saw it. It was real, and after that I was like, oh my god, this place is haunted. Nobody was moving that rope. A demon was moving that rope. I'm sure y'all are thinking, Sabrina, if there is proof of ghosts in that house, why would you keep working there? Well, your girl needed money. And so I worked there for another 3 years until I had my pushing point. The needle in the haystack. The straw that broke the camel's back. The last tour I ever gave was the scariest and just creepy. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just like the worst moment of my life at that time. I don't even know where to start with this. So basically what happened was I gave this woman and her two 18 to 20-year-old daughters a tour, and part of the tour is you take them through the dining hall into the kitchen. So we're coming back out of the kitchen into the dining hall, and part of my job, I had to do this, was to chain the door, lock the door with a key, and then get down on my hands and knees and bang down this padlock that the door had on the bottom of it. So I knew the door was locked because there's no way I would forget locking 3 locks and getting down on my hands and knees and locking it. So the next part of the tour is where we would take people upstairs to the 2nd floor of the house. And this is where a man had been shot at by some northern soldiers. There was bullet holes in the wall. He ended up surviving, but there's just something really weird about that room that I have friends who can testify for it. I've given tours to other people and they've just had to stop the tour because it just feels like this heavy weight is just on your chest, and it's cold and it's creepy, and I've had friends go in there and get sick and just have to leave. They just leave the entire area basically because they feel so nauseous. And I felt like that in there, but what I'm about to tell you is crazy. I'm literally getting chills talking about it. This is how crazy it is. So this woman and her 2 daughters had been walking in front of me the entire time, and they go into the closet where the bullet holes had gone through and where this man had been hiding from the northern soldiers. And this woman, the mom, just full on is passing out on the ground. She's grabbing her chest. I thought she was having a heart attack. I had no idea what to do. I was calling my boss. I was trying to figure out what I should do. I was giving her water. I had a rag for her. And her 2 daughters were by her the entire time. And she just kind of breaks out of this trance, really, really quickly. And she just sits up. And she looks at me and she's like, "The demons are here." But that's not where it stops. Okay? She tells me the ghosts are here and they're attached to you. And at this point, I was like, what do you mean they're attached to me? They're not attached to me. I want nothing to do with the demons. Demons be gone. Please get away from me. I do not want you. You were not invited to the party, so you can leave. Go. Goodbye. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to go. Obviously, either this woman just really, really sick, or a demon just told her that they were attached to me, and I kind of didn't want to be in the same room as homeboy, you know? I just wasn't feeling the whole situation, the whole vibe. It just wasn't good. So, we're going downstairs, down the stairway that leads into the dining hall, where the door that I padlocked 3 times earlier was. You remember that? The one I had to get onto my hands and knees to do? The one I remember locking 3 times because I was on my hands and knees. There is no way I could have forgotten locking that door. Well, from behind me, I hear this loud gasp. And I guess I hadn't really been paying attention to what was in front of me because I was so caught up in, I need to get this woman out of here. We just need to get out of this house, that I didn't notice that this door was wide open. Somehow this door had magically unlocked itself 3 different times. It was just wide open. Like it had never been locked. Like I never, shut it. Now, there was absolutely no possible way that anyone could have come into this house because for our safety, we always lock the house whenever we come in with a tour so nobody can come in and steal anything. My boss wasn't here yet. My dad hadn't come by. There was no way anyone could have gotten into that house to unlock that door that I know I locked. Like, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind to this day that I didn't lock that door. And even the girl behind me was like, you locked that door. Why is it open? And there is no time where they went downstairs because when their mom was freaking out, they were right next to her the entire time. There's literally no explanation for this. And just to top it, the cherry on top of this beautiful sundae that had been made on this day, they wanted a picture. I don't know why they would want a picture outside of this demon house, but they wanted a picture. So they were outside the house, and I'm taking their picture, and out the corner of my eye, I see the top floor window where this woman had her just like complete breakdown. Demon possession, whatever you want to call it. And I see the curtain just pull back and then slam against the window. There's no air conditioning in the house. There's no way that the air conditioning could have just kicked on and like blown the curtain back like that. Like, there's just no explanation for it. I don't know, y'all. But it's safe to say I quit that day and I never went back because there's just like only so much a person can handle before it's just enough. Like, I don't know about you, but I was not going to be in that house for 1 moment longer. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like these paranormal videos, just let me know. I promise you I have a million more stories like this to tell. So definitely give it a big like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week. Okay, bye! Now, part of the tour is you take them through the dining hall into the kitchen. Wow.